Hi, welcome to my channel. Y'all, there's so much on my mind and so many things to talk about. But today I want to talk about politicians. Last week I heard so much about politicians, and really, when you hear a lot about them, it just really put a bad taste in your mouth. I mean, it makes you want to throw up because they do not care about the constituents. They don't care about their city, their state. They don't care if it falls into ruin, if people starve to death, if people can't take care of their families, if people are committing suicide. You know, suicide rates are up 200%. They do not care. All they care about is getting paid. That's all that they care about. And I don't mean just their regular salary. I mean getting their palms greased. And I'm just going to go through a few things that, made me create this title. When I hear things throughout the week, for some reason my mind departmentalized it all. And that's where I came up with the title. Because I'm like, these people are really just crooked. They're crooked, they're thieves, they're bullies, all of that and more. It's just a big swamp. And it doesn't matter which side you're on, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. They're all in that swamp together, and they are all working together for that almighty dollar. And so I'm just going to go through a few things. I'll try to be brief, but these are the things that really, really ticked me off last week. First of all, in California, Mayor Garcetti, at first he told restaurant owners that they could serve people outside on the patio, just long as they, spaced them out and everything. That was fine. Then the lockdown lunacy came into play, or should I say more lockdown lunacy. And so now they can't even do that. So this particular bar owner made a video last week that went viral because she had to close down her restaurant. So that means no money coming in, and she's barely holding on because of the lockdowns before. And they can only have so many in their restaurants and so on and so forth. So it's really been killing her business. And then now she's having to close it down completely. But on this particular day that she went to her restaurant to get some things, she noticed that there was a film crew a few feet away from her establishment, and they had set up a catering tent. Now, you can just imagine how disheartening that would be. I mean, here she is having to close her business, losing all her livelihood, and her workers are not getting paid and stuff, putting them in an awful position. Meanwhile, you have approved for a film company to put up a tent for catering so that they can feed the people that's working on the set, that day. That is just blatant disregard for people. Hypocrisy. Just because they're a film company, that means that COVID is like, oh, no. This is a film company. Or, oh, no, they got Garcetti approval, so we'll just turn right around. We won't bother them because they got Mayor Garcetti approval. Whatever. And this is why people are so tired. And it's really sad because you got Antifa that's going off on government. But now you're going to have the left going off on government. So I don't know where all this is going to end. But that's just one story I heard that just really turned me off. Another thing is that I heard about Ilhan Omar. Either it's her boyfriend or her husband. It's the same guy that she cheated on with her last husband. And his company, he has a campaign company, and they got over $500,000 in COVID relief funds this year. Something sounds very, very fishy about that when a lot of businesses can't, they're not able to get a dime, but yet his company got $500,000. Okay, so that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. And also, I'm just looking at my notes. Also, I heard that from Maxine Waters, her campaign paid her daughter last year $240,000. So, I mean, this politics, I mean, that's where you make your money. I mean, if you want to become rich, there's no need to start a company. There's no need to sell products. There's no need to become a singer, dancer, athlete. You don't have to work your body out hard to become the best at playing basketball or weightlifting or whatever the case may be. No, just run for office. That's all you got to do. Run for office. Brush up on your speech. Sound intelligent. And all it is memorization. I know I stutter over here on this channel, but if I put my mind to it and I had the time and I could memorize everything, I could run for politics and just make that my career. Make that the route I take to become rich. Because that's what they're doing. It's not about helping the people. It's not about making their city, county, state, or whatever. It's not about enriching them or making things better for them. It's about the almighty dollar and how much I can make for me and my family. How much I can get out of this. It's not really about giving back or helping people. So those are some of the things, and just looking to see what else. Oh yeah, and Joe Biden. Joe Biden. If you guys haven't seen the video where he did a Zoom call with a lot of black leaders, and he essentially told them that he wasn't doing nothing for them, that he done more for them than anybody else, and basically you should be glad for all that I have done for you so far, and because your numbers aren't as high as the Hispanics, which he, in other words, will be outpacing everyone as far as population by 2040, then you might as well just join yourself in with them. Work with them and work on getting things through them, because you guys' numbers are so low that I don't have to do nothing for y'all. You really don't make a difference. I don't have to do nothing for y'all. And sidebar, because I can cheat, I don't have to do nothing for anybody but my family. Because if I want to win the next election, I know how to do it. And because all of us is in this swamp together, I will be backed up. And because you black people are not listening or not using your noggin to go out and research what's really going on, you'll vote for me again. Because mama told you so. Mama told you to vote Democrat because they're the ones that care for you. Republicans only care about the rich. So you'll vote for me again. You have no choice. But you do have a choice. But anyway, but the Republicans they getting pretty swampy. There's a lot of swampy people, traitors, just like Brian Kemp, governor of my state. So swampy, and the Secretary of State. They're so swampy and disingenuous. They're traitors. They're just corrupt. I just believe they're corrupt. I have no other choice than to believe they're corrupt with the way they're handling this election. So, can we check the signatures? Can we go through and check the signatures, make sure they're valid, and count those votes? Well, no, I don't think, in other words, Brian Kemp, no, I don't think that's necessary. What? Don't you want to make sure the election is fair? Maybe it wouldn't swing in Trump's direction, but at least make sure it's fair. And then if JB does win, you can say, well, he won fair and square. We went through everything, made sure everything was legit, and JB still won. His numbers were still higher than Trump. But no. And that's what made me think you're swampy and you're corrupt. And then you wouldn't call a special session. Why not? Why not? It's just getting to the bottom of things. So, and they're Republicans. And again, like I said in other videos, I'm not saying because you are Republicans that you have to do everything that Trump would like you to do, but that was just being fair. So that was Joe Biden. And another thing about him on that Zoom call, he was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful to those leaders. But it didn't have to be leaders. He was just disrespectful. And he always is. And he's never called out on it. When he doesn't have anything to say, he doesn't have any evidence of what he has done to benefit people, he gets a chip on his shoulder, and then he starts spouting out stuff. Like he did in this case. So, things are really just really going off the rails with these politicians. I think that was the last one. Oh, no. The other one, the last one is Cynthia A. Johnson. And I know you guys probably have seen the video on her. And she's a state representative in Michigan. And she claimed that she has gotten some threatening calls from Trump supporters. So she gives a clarion call on Facebook Live for the troops to rally and for them to, go out and do what they need to do. And it was a very threatening video. She was basically telling people to go out and hurt Trump supporters. And so, I'll say allegedly, but y'all know. If you've seen that video, I mean, anyone would pick up on how threatening that video was. So when I say they're bullies, they're like the mafia. It's a syndicate. It's a syndicate because they are all working together. All working together. They're all, in this web of corruption. So that's really all that I have to say. Y'all, I've been so busy just in my personal life that I haven't been able to make videos like I was making them before. I don't know how often I'll get to make videos, but, and occasionally I'll be uploading on other platforms as well. So, I do thank you for watching this video. It was longer than what I thought, but last week was like I said, during this election, I believe it's all about exposing people, exposing things that are going on in our government. And every week there's something. And speaking of that, Bill Barr is gone. Bill Barr is out of there. Before Christmas, he'll be gone. And I heard that there was a rumor, there's been a rumor that Trump said he was going to fire him. So instead, he just resigned. Get on out of there. I'm glad you're gone, because Bill Barr never did anything. He's a good talker. He's good when it comes to being in these special sessions and all of that, and really getting, asking questions and being very demanding. And you think, oh man, he slammed him. That's the word. He slammed such and such. But nothing ever comes of it. Nothing. No punishment comes out of it. It's just a good tongue lashing. We're tired of the tongue lashing. These people need to pay for their crimes. These people need to get kicked out of office or reprimanded. And for example, not for example, but more than this need to be done. That Cynthia A. Johnson that threatened Trump supporters, they stripped some committees away from her. Big whoop. So what? Why don't you put her on a suspension with pay or something? Without pay. We'll suspend you 3 months without pay or something like that. To me, for you to say, we're going to take these committees off of you and you're getting paid the same amount of money, that's just like getting a raise. Or it's just like having a vacation. Okay, I'm in the same position, I'm doing less work, and I'm getting paid more. Or you stripped all the committee, you took away all my work, so now I don't have nothing to do, but I'm getting paid. Sounds like a vacation to me. So anyway, I know I be all over the place. I'm not as eloquent of a speaker as some of these other people. I do better on some videos than others. But sometimes it's like if I study everything and I get the wording all nice and smooth, it'll take me longer to put out the video. And sometimes I'm like, well, it won't be relevant by the time I put out the video. So I try to get it out while the information is hot. And so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I definitely thank you for watching. And have a blessed day. And don't give up. Don't give up on this election. Just keep hope alive and know that God He's still in the miracle working business. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye.